Hi people, I've come on just a few minutes early here. I'm due to start at 1:30, but I just wanted to get lined up and get ready really. I've just been watching Ainsley Harriott on Channel 3. I'll just waffle a minute. And seriously, every time I see a chef or anybody cut lemons, oh, thank you for that. Thank you, Lynn. Every time I see somebody cut lemons on TV cooking programs, my mouth's just drooling, and I've just been watching him. Hi Andrew, I'm glad you're here. I'm waiting for you. My mouth's just drooling from watching these lemons and limes being cut. It's delish. Now I've set up here back on my dining room table. This is like my favourite place now to do live feeds because I've got the light coming in from the window. But we've got sort of crazy blooming weather. I don't know about you lot. I mean, local to me, you should be seeing. We're going from rain to sun, dark to light. Honestly, it's been like a disco in my dining room. Hi, Sammy. With the lighting in here. It's been mad. Now, I will say just before I fire up, let me just tell you, I'm booking video readings and I've already started booking them, luckily. So I've got Wednesday the 27th, Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th of next week. And I have 2 appointments available, 12 and 2 on the 27th, 2 and 4 on the 28th, and 12, 2 and 4 on the 29th. If those times aren't any good, obviously I can work around those. But I need to start doing some video readings, I think, to keep the mojo going, to be fair. I've had some time off and it's been really quite nice. Hi Ashley, darling. I've had some time off and it's been really quite nice. But after a bit, I mean, when you think about it, it's got to be 8 or 9 weeks we've had off now. After a while, you're sort of wandering around like a lost soul, aren't you? I went in the garden and worked like a mad woman yesterday, but there's only so much you can do. So now, today, thank you, Nicola. Today's objective is to do some photographic reading for people that have sent me photographs. Now, last week I did my impromptu, which was hilarious and I loved it, to be fair. Andrew sent me a photograph of his mum, and I'm assuming, Andrew, this is you and your sister, is it, with your mum on this photograph? Your mum did not look like she was tall on this photograph, you know, and slender, which are absolutely beautiful. But anyway, let me get to it. While I was pondering for you, Andrew, before I set up the video, you see me looking that way all the time because that's where I've set my laptop this time, so that I just have to look slightly sideways because I didn't know that I was going to be doing this the last time, so my neck was craning. Hello, darling Lindsay. So what I want to say, Andrew, if you can... Oh, okay. I'm moving the elastic band. Jessica, okay. I'm sure I've got a photograph that you've sent me. What I want to say is, Andrew, if you're here, because I have seen your name come up, so I'm assuming you're with me. Regarding your mom, the first thing she said to me when I was pondering for you was, don't know, girl, it's me and my mom, was handed to me at the funeral. Okay. How strange. I thought that was your sister. Maybe it's a relative, so maybe it's a cousin or something that you don't know. But anyway, nonetheless, I need to say the first thing that came to me when I was looking at your mum's photograph is her saying to me she didn't want to leave you. Now, I don't know if she's referring back to childhood and she had to either go somewhere or she left you somewhere. And I've been pondering on this for about the last half an hour because I can't quite work out what she means by that, by she didn't want to leave you. Do you understand that? Did she leave you somewhere or did she physically leave you? I don't think she's referring to death. I think she's referring to when you were a child. So do you understand that, Andrew? I wish we had like instant answering on this, because I'm such an impatient little minx. I think he's having to think about it. She said it was when she went, okay, that will do. There we are. We have our starting point. So she didn't want to leave you. And I've got to say, I don't know if you're an only child or something, but this attachment to you is phenomenal. And I feel like I don't want to say spit on my fingers and stroke your hair, but I'm always messing with your hair. I don't know whether I'm putting it in place or having a little comb of it, but when you're a child, she's always messing with your hair. Oh, hang on, this could be a comfort thing, to be fair with you, coming in. I don't know if it's when you were ill that she would sit with you and stroke your hair to soothe you, but that's something she wants me to mention immediately. So if you can confirm or deny... like Mr. Trump, whether that is correct. There's 4 of you. Okay. Well, I'm just with you. So if you can confirm this, send it on Messenger, Nick, on this Psychic Clairvoyant Messenger. I don't know if you can confirm or deny the hair brushing, which is quite important. Now, I also need to go as well to an illness that you had. Now, it's almost like a normal person would have had this and sort of gone through it okay, but it seems to me she's bringing a childhood illness that really put you on your arse and made you extremely ill. I feel like you were almost... Oh, there you go. Perfect. I feel like you were almost so ill, hi Steve Carter and Lucky, that you could barely get out of bed. And this was a great concern for your mother, because your mom is like a full-on mom. Do you know what I mean? She cooks, she cleans, she looks after the children, she does the washing, does the ironing. Somehow this woman's got it going on. And I'm not saying it was easy, because I've got to tell you, your mother brings to me some kind of mental stress for her, if you can confirm or deny that for me. And it's not, I want to say, she's making me want to say, in those days, you didn't speak about it. I'm as open as a book can be, so I'm going to go straight in with the menopause here, and she could have had a really bad time with that, and it messes with your head terribly. I can guarantee, and I can vouch for that, and any other woman over 40 on here can as well. She's bringing that, and that was a difficult period for her, because it's almost like she had a personality change. If you can let me know whether I'm on the money with this one, Andrew. Now, the thing is, all right, hang on just a minute. Are you and Mrs. Wife, are you thinking of buying either a property or another somewhere to live, but you're not going to live there, almost like a holiday home or a caravan or something like that? Is this something that you were talking and it's all gone tits up because of Corona, or are you still talking about it now? She struggled with menopause and had children late. Yeah, there you go. Love you, Mum. What I do want to do for you, once you chew over the place to live, I need to bake some little tiny cakes for you. Now, I'm not sure that she did. I just want to say something. I'm going to interject here. Somebody's just come on here, who I knew was pregnant before she told anybody, which was great. And the other day, she wasn't due, but the other day I was just having a feel of her, as I do, and I messaged her. Oh, I'm going cold. I'm thinking always the second home, brilliant. I was just thinking of this girl the other day, just getting in touch with her, and I just text her. Are you having, are you having the baby yet? I'm just trying to think how I put it now. It was funny, because I'm always funny, as you know. But anyway, intimating, is that baby coming yet? Even though it wasn't cooked. There was another week. And she messaged me straight back and said, I can't believe it. I'm being induced this afternoon. So I quite like that. Right, now, well done, darling. Hope everything was fabulous. Let me get back to Andrew, I am thinking always of the second home. Okay, if you haven't got one and you're thinking of getting one, get one. And I'll tell you why. I've just got this feeling that your mother's bringing in, thank you, darling. I've just got this that you're bringing in, that you're stress head, Andrew. You got a stress head on for some reason, and I find this unusual for you because you always feel reasonably calm and a reasonable person. Reasonable being the key word here, because you like reasonable. And a custom for women to bake cake. Oh God, your mother's marvellous. So I'm feeling that you've got a bit of a stress head on here, and I do think that it's more than you need to be. I do feel you've got a problem, but you're doing the old sand and pearl thing. You're chewing it over and making it more in your head than I believe it is. So I do want to say, if you can come back from whatever that is. In fact, I'll tell you what I would like you to do. If you could just stop thinking about it, whatever it is, for at least 48 hours and just give your brain a rest, I would be thrilled with that. And I think it would do you the world of good as well. Now, while I'm here, Andrew, see your mum now. She's going like this to her chest. Now, I don't know whether that's because she passed something in the chest area, but she's literally making me go like a severe pain. Now, I can't say that it's a heart even. Or it could be bloody indigestion for all I know, really bad. Or angina or something like that. But she's making me go, ugh! So can you understand that movement from your mum, Andrew? Look, I'm drawing breath, waiting for him to answer me. It's a rare day I draw breath, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I had some of those cakes now. What are you saying, Andrew? Do you understand the feeling? Doubling me over. Not to worry if you don't. Off work 48 hours. That's my word. Okay. Okay. That's cool for me. Now listen, I need, well, I'm just going to wind this up a little bit with Andrew. I need to go into a garden where there's roses, and roses are very important to me. Now, I don't know if this is your mum's favourite flower or whether it's something that she had in the garden. It could be, it's normally a sign as well of people that have put a plant on the grave or memorial in their garden. The other day, somebody scattered them over the roses. What was that? She's like the end. Oh, bless. Oh, bless your heart. So the roses are really quite important in this. With your mom. And I also want to say, I don't know how long she's been gone, but what I do want to say is, I'm just messing with my elastic band on my phone. I do want to say is, your mom's indicating to me that occasionally you have this like mass guilt wash over you, and can you not do that? Because there's absolutely no need. Fantastic roses on a birthday. There's absolutely no need for this like gush of guilt that you feel, and it really makes you feel quite ill for those few minutes that it's coming. So you need to try and not do that. There's a big difference between a gush of sadness and a gush of guilt, and she's bringing, oh wow, do you know, Andrew, you're saying the roses bloom just before Christmas, and it's so ironic because you probably heard me say this last week. My mum's birthday, oh no I didn't, I said it to the reporter, but I'll tell you about the reporter in a minute. My mum's birthday is the 1st of October, and as far as I'm concerned, roses are done blooming in this country, you know, at the end of the summer season. And in my garden, my mother's rose plant, tree, bush, whatever you want to call it, 1st of October, every year, one single pink rose. I think it's pink, it might be yellow. But either way, one. Just sticking up in the air. And I see it every time. So that's beautiful about the roses. Now, what I need you to do then is to chill down your brain. It could be boredom with you because you're a bit of a doer, to be fair. But I need you to chill down your brain. And it's horrible, isn't it? Guilt sometimes. It can knock you sick, and it's a terrible feeling. I mean, it really is. Ill. It makes you feel ill. So I need you to try and curb that. It's important for me to say, and you'll understand this. Your mom is always with you. Now, I don't know if you were like this, you know, this super close relationship with your mom. And again, she's bringing in the I never wanted to leave you. And that's quite important. Birthday in June, rose always flowers on the day. Fantastic. That's quite important that I say that again. I'm trying to read these messages. I've got to keep moving my elastic band. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Carol. That's a lovely thing to say. People reading that. So she never wanted to leave you in the first place. So this is a child. And I've got a feeling that you must have had quite a close relationship going through into adult life. But she is bringing a gentleness with her. And I think this is what disturbed her. Oh, bless. This is what disturbed her mentally when her hormone imbalance is going on, because of this gentleness that she brings. And it's almost like this uncontrolled anger maybe, or shouting that she might have displayed that she never meant. But as a woman, I can understand that 100%. So listen. I need to say this woman is still with you all the time. That's really important. She's showing me a stone, Andrew. A stone, a brick, a cobble. It's like you found it and thought, I'll keep that. Or you've taken it from her house and put it in your house. Do you understand that? The stone, the brick, the cobble. That is somehow attached to your mum. Or you've bought one in her memory and she's telling me that she's fully aware of that. Do you understand that? Stone, brick, cobble. That's weird. I'm holding it like that in my hand. It's like a loaf of bread. But it's not a loaf of bread. But a stone, a brick, or a cobble that she's bringing with painted a stone. You didn't. Oh my God, I love your mother. I love her energy. Painted a stone this morning. Fantastic. Okay, made my day. Right, so I'm going to wind it up with you, my darling. Always a joy, Andrew, because you always come to the get out. Cobble was her word. I probably haven't said cobble for like a million years. Do you know what I mean? Incredible. I thank you, Andrew, for coming online, because whenever I do the charity events, you're always there, and that really fills my heart that you do that. It's so kind of you. And hopefully we'll get a charity event up for the Wawas again if we ever get out of lockdown, because they are such great fun. So I'm going to love you and leave you on that. Thank you, Andrew. And I'm just going to pause. You've still got my face here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have a hard job trying to get rid of that. But I just want to get back into my messages. Because, now who was it said that they'd sent me a photograph and I didn't read them last week? Let me just scoot down. This is the only bugger when it's a bit slow. Who is the lady? Can whoever it is that just said I'm here, you didn't read me last week, if you've sent me a photograph? Was it the 14th I did it? You're very welcome. Thank you, Andrew. Right, well, hang on, because somebody sent me a photograph this morning. Let me try and find this person. That's in my private. Okay, Helena knows what she's doing now. Honestly, sometimes I drive this machine and I've got no idea what I'm bloody doing. I need to go into my Psychic Clairvoyant page because I'm in my private one at the minute. Just hold on. Oh, isn't it great? Here I am. I can't find my own damn page. That's hilarious. Jessica Hill. Right, hang on. Did you send it to my Psychic Clairvoyant page, Jessica? I'm sure you did. I'm just waiting for it. It's like there's a mouse with an elastic band inside my laptop. I need my Richard Goodall to sort this computer, is what I need him to do. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearly there. Who am I waving at? I love this little wave facility I now have. There we go, Psychic Clairvoyant. Okay, Jessica. I'm sure I looked at that this morning. Just hold on, sweetness. Do you know what? Normally, if I use my laptop, I'm sitting here on my own going, I'm so thrilled how fast it is. I'm so thrilled how fast it is. I get online with you lot and it's like, you know, it just won't go. But I'm getting there, so... Un momento, por favore, if that's all the same language. Right, hang on. Messages. Hey, have you all been watching Netflix, by the way, while you're here? I'm like a Netflix crazy woman now. So, Jessica, just hold on then. Because I need to go down to the 14th. I'm sure you... Did you send me with your granddad, Jessica? There you are. There you are. Hi, James Payne. Do I look anything like my avatar? Does anybody look anything like their avatar? Right, Jessica. I need to scoot up. Lord, oh Lord. Somebody get me a better laptop. There he is. I knew it. Right, Charlie. And Donna too. Right, I'm looking at... Jessica, I'm with you straight away. I looked at this guy today. Hi, Charles. I looked at this old guy today because he is just delicious. He's so lovely. And I'll tell you, the first thing I wanted to say that came to me was like... thank you, Steve. Do you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The Chase. You know, like quizzing. This guy bought that to me, Jessica. Now, I don't know. Great. Oh, it's great, Uncle. More like your granddad. Good, because he came through as a granddad figure to me. He's bringing me this quizzing. Now, I don't know if it's because he liked quizzing or if he's got the brain, you know, the computer brain, answers everything, all those little bits of incidental information that nobody knows about. This guy can tell you. I'm really well, thank you, James. So do you understand that, Jessica? This guy has got such a great brain. Now, I think the other reason that he's honing straight in on his brain, by the way, is because I feel that towards the end of this man's life, his brain wasn't as hot as it could have been. Do you understand that? I kind of feel like I'm missing pieces. Hi, Karen. Do you understand this, Jessica? Look at my hand pulsing for my missing pieces of brain. That's just how it feels. Zzzt, zzzt, zzzt. I don't know if this guy had a stroke or something, that I'm feeling this pulsation. What are you saying, Jess? I've got to say as well, loved answering quizzes. Thank you. Thank you. We're with him. So this pulsing head, if you can tell me about that. I also want to say, I have such a huge generosity. This man has a huge generosity, but he brings the frugal. I am frugal. Now, I don't know if he's frugal with himself, so that he's always, you know, he never overcooks anything. If there was 3 biscuits, he had dementia. Thank you. He never overcooks anything. Like if there was 3 biscuits on the plate, he would only take 2. Even if he wanted the 3rd one, he would just save it for later. He was really quite like that. You know, that's enough. I don't have to overeat. And I also want to say he's bringing me plates of sandwiches. Now, I don't know if this is a period that he went through while he was becoming ill, that he only ate sandwiches. That's all I can hear, sandwiches. Or I don't know if he went through a period of just making these sandwiches, because people do sometimes, don't they, when they're getting dementia and stuff like that, repetitive things. But he's bringing me these sandwiches. I've got to say, the bread's lovely and soft, because I can almost taste this, which is great because I can't eat normal bread. So to be able to taste it is gorgeous. A very soft bread, but he's bringing me all these plates of sandwiches. I tell you what, I am loving these people online that are saying, I came to see you and you did this and you did that. I'm loving it. Thank you. So everybody else gets to see it. So I'm with the sandwiches, always left food on his plate. And also, I need to say, I'm doing things with my hands. Now, I think this might be pre-dementia, that this guy, I don't know whether he was very, when I say handy, I mean making things. And I also would say, I feel it's quite intricate or delicate, if you can understand that, with this guy. The other thing I want as well is a big pocket full of sweeties, and I think they might be for you, to be fair. I feel like Santa Claus with bulging pockets of sweets. I mean, that's obviously an over-exaggeration. Can you have an over-exaggeration in English? I think you can, can't you? And okay, don't worry about if you're unsure. If you can ask and get that confirmed, because I don't want to sort of labour the point while we're online. So, in Sri Lanka, I'm international. So he's showing these really intricate, delicate items that he's doing with his hands, if you can understand that. Now, the other thing is, did this guy... Oh, that'll be the dogs. Did this guy live alone, Jessica? Because he's bringing me a sense of, I'm not going to say loneliness, but I'm going to say singular. I feel singular, and I'm very content, by the way. That's really important to say. Apart from the pain in the bottom of my back, which he makes me feel like he had a bad back, or he did something. Always had sweets in his pockets. Excellent. He did something to his back or his lower back, but he's given me a pain there. Oh, bless you. Well, I didn't know you'd had that much done. I'll have to do it one of the days for you. This pain in his back. Now, I think it's lower coccyx or, lower back. Now, but it could be, because it's in the back, it could be kidney. So if you can confirm one way or the other whether that's kidney or back pain for this gentleman. What I do want to say is, and I always ask Spirit how they passed, because it's always really important. It's something that you can't make up. You either know it or you don't know it. So what I want to say is, with this guy, his passing was almost like his life, if you like, this gentleness. He's going to take me back to his youth in a minute, Jessica. He's going, I wasn't all that gentle in my youth. He's going to bring that in a minute. But what he's bringing to me is this slipping away. And it's so, lived with the auntie but died in a nursing home. Okay. So that singular feeling. Oh, he lived with your auntie. Was he never married or something that he brings me that singular feeling then? This slipping away that I want to talk about. He's literally indicating that he did this. And he'd gone. It was that... Problems with his kidneys, thank you. It was that, I'm going to say smooth, but I do feel that he just slid away, and he was quite happy with that. He wasn't very happy about being in the nursing home, I've got to tell you that. But he was quite happy with the way he passed, because it was a very smooth transition. Now, I just want to shoot back to his youth a minute. Because he's saying, I knew how to enjoy myself when I was younger, because obviously when I'm feeling Spirit in their old, they're so different. But this man had a sense of humour, a wicked, wicked sense of humour, and loved laughing, loved joking. And he's making me feel like I used to get about, is the way he would say it. I used to get about when I was younger, you know. I had a good time. I also want to say to you, Jessica, you all know that I ask for the wild and wonderful from Spirit, you know, food and taste and things that, oh, yay, he did slip away. For the different things, rather than, you know, giant pieces of information. I like the insignificant, maybe that's what I'm saying. And this guy is waving green beans at me, darling. I can hear them snapping. Like this, fresh green beans. I don't know if he's growing them or something. But it's important that I tell you about the green beans, is how he's making me feel with that. If you can understand that for me or not. And let me just, he's such a lovely man though, you know. Do you have a problem with his sight, by the way? Because he's making me want to squint. And I'm already squinting enough, to be fair with you. I want to squint a bit. So it makes me feel like he had something going on with his eyesight, if you understand that at all. And let me just, I just want to see if other photographs, darlings, while I'm here. And I'm just waiting for that answer. Yes, dry sense of humour. And got about, he was in the RAF, oh my God. He blooming did get about then. Now, hang on a minute. Do you know Colleen Taylor? Jessica Hill and Colleen Taylor. Can I tell you, the photographs are so ridiculously similar. Am I going crazy? Let me have a look at this guy's photograph. That photograph can't possibly be the same man, did he? I love green beans too. So Jessica, do you know Colleen Taylor? And Colleen Taylor, are you online? Because Colleen don't know. If you two could see the photograph of your grandfather, your uncle, cataracts, really? There we go then. Your uncle and then Colleen's photograph, they have a real resemblance. That's unbelievable. So listen then, Jessica. I'm going to love and leave you with your great uncle. And I tell you what, it's almost like a chocolate lime that I feel like I can taste. So these sweets would have been like boiled sugar sweets, I would say, because it's quite sweet in my mouth. I used to love chocolate limes. I don't know, Colleen. Thank God, I thought I was having a bit of a moment there, ladies. So listen then, Jessica. Loved reading for you, darling. And thank you for entrusting me with your photograph for that reading. And I'm going to move on to Colleen Taylor. I've just got to make sure it's the right one. Hold on. Yep, it's Colleen. It's Colleen. So, right. Now, is this your granddad, or have I got another uncle? Because he comes over as a very... Oh, actually, he comes over as a fairly quiet Colleen. And I think he's quiet with strangers. But has a lovely infinity with you. It's your dad, okay. Has a lovely infinity with you. Now, this quietness he's bringing me, it's not that he's like quiet at home. He's just... Chocolate limes, fantastic. He's just quiet around other people. And thank you, Stacey. I feel the reason he's quiet around other people, it's quite... You're welcome. It's quite... if anybody wants to leave me a review, by the way, don't let me stop you. The reason he's quiet around other people, Colleen, is because he hasn't got bloody time for them. That's basically it. He doesn't have time for fools. And it's almost like he spent quite a lot of his life almost guiding, if you like. You know, people came to him. He's like the information man, and people came to him for help, for guidance. You know, can you do this? Do you know that? What should I do with this? Do you understand all of this, darling? If you can, hi Shannon, if you can just give me a yay on this. Because he's got a brain on the go. Also, I want to say, Colleen, this man is showing me in a kitchen. Now, I don't know if he was like the cook or... Excellent. I don't know if he was the cook or whether he had to cook for himself later on. But he's bringing me the sense of being in a kitchen. And I'll tell you what I want to do, and it's really weird. I want to touch everything. Right. Say I get a tin of beans out. I'm not saying it is beans. I'm using this as an example. I get the beans out and I put it on the counter, and then I'll move it an inch away. And then I'll get the bread and I'll put that on the counter and I'll move it an inch. And it's almost like I can't stop touching things and just moving things an inch here, an inch there. He did cook a lot. Excellent. I don't know whether that is part of his... I'm not going to say OCD. I almost want to say on the spectrum as he got older. You know, everything just had to be in a certain place, and he couldn't stand it if he wasn't. I don't think he liked people touching his things either. Then that's why I'm getting that feeling. That's lovely. Now, who is the bookworm? Fantastic. Do you know, Sammy, I didn't notice it because I'm not looking. That's amazing. Who's the bookworm? Colleen, because he's bringing me books. Unless this guy is a reader of information, but he's bringing me books. Your mum, okay. Is your mum still with us, by the way, or is she gone as well? And I also want to say, can I just say as well, that's it then. So that's why he's bringing in the books, the bookworm. You've just said it. Fantastic. Did your father pass rather suddenly? And when I say rather suddenly, do you know, I have to clarify this because people can be diagnosed with an illness and be told they've got XYZ amount of time. But in actual fact, they just go very quickly, far quicker than they were supposed to go. So do you understand if I say that with your dad, that he passed quickly? I almost feel like he shouldn't have gone. He shouldn't have gone at that time. Do you understand that, darling? These pregnant pauses. Ah. Let me just have a little swig of my pop. He was given 3 to 5 years. I got a mouthful of pop as well, Colleen. Well, there you go. So that's exactly what he's bringing in. Now, for those that are watching that haven't seen me before, can I just get this in? I'm clairsentient, so I feel what Spirit is saying. My mark is a goosey arm. I don't know whether you can see it, but all the hairs are up on my arm when Spirit is with me. And I feel what Spirit is telling me, and I put this into our language. And my example is, it's a little bit like being an English-Russian interpreter when I can't speak Russian 100%. So for me, feeling this gentleman went very quickly, quicker than he should, and he's making me feel I went before my time. That just makes it absolutely perfect for the reading, Colleen, not for you, if you understand that. Now, I need to go here. I'm down in my chest, almost in my pipes. He's telling me about his pipes inside his body. If you can let me know what that is indicating. And I've got quite a rawness right down the centre into my stomach, raw, if you understand what that is. I also want to say this guy isn't really one for complaining. He might say it. He might just say, I don't feel very well. And that'd be like the end of it. He wouldn't go, I don't feel very well because XYZ and this and that and moan and whine. He's just not like that at all. So if you can tell me about this Bernie Pipes business down into his stomach, I'd be interested if I'm there with that. Thank you, Tracy. Because it's making it, it's not sure about the pipes, they never complain. Okay, it is here, from the throat down, and it's burny. That's what he's giving me, feeling like burning. So I don't know what that was, whether you can ask your mum about it. That's my mum who's... Oh, okay. Well, he's telling me about it then. Nice piece of evidence. So you understand it. It's not him then, it's your mum. That's fine. Now, Colleen, are you relearning something or about to learn something? Because he's making me feel like it's in your head. So information is going round in your head. And I don't know whether you're learning now or relearning. So if you can let me know about that, I'll be interested in that. And if you are toying with the idea of relearning something, thank you, Tracy. If you toying with the idea of either learning something or relearning something, please don't hold back, because what happens is with us humans is we get this great idea and then we sometimes think, oh God, it's just too much, I can't do it, or I'll never do it. And I'm all for the power of the positive mind. So if you're toying with something, as I would say, sewing machine, got it out this morning. Do you watch the Sewing Bee? Do you watch the Great British Sewing Bee? I'm obsessed with it. I love it. That'll be it then. The sewing machine. Get on it. You can make loads of stuff. I nearly said shit. You can make loads of stuff on there. Do it. Do it. We need sign language, people. That'll be fantastic. Do you know what? You learn sign language and you learn it well enough and you can become a teacher. How about that? You could give private lessons. How about that? That'd be good, because I'm quite sure you want to work for yourself. So how about doing that? That's a brilliant idea. Many years ago, I'm going to say many years ago, I was a hypnotherapist. I am a hypnotherapist. I just don't really do it anymore. Hypnotherapist, psychotherapist. And this lady came to me, and she used to work for Marks and Spencer's. She might still, for all I know. But she worked at Marks and Spencer's. And Marks and Spencer's will pay for you to go and learn sign language. Great company to work for, apparently. Anyway, she'd had 2 shots at this exam and she couldn't do it, and she was really stressing because she'd only got the third time to go, apparently. So she came to me for hypnotherapy to stop her nerves in the sign language, because she knew it. She just went to pieces on the day. Anyway, long story short, she passed. And she bought me this ginormous box of chocolates, just like my mum would. Now, you've got to remember I'm 60. Hi, Jane. Jan, sorry. You've got to remember I'm 60, so chocolates in my day were different to yours. They were huge boxes. Anybody in my age bracket will vouch for this. They were huge boxes, 1 layer. And when we say, oh, that's a chocolate box picture, it means it's a picture of a thatched cottage or little kittens or beautiful puppies. Just 1 layer of a big box of chocolates with a ribbon on the corner. And that's what she bought me. So get on and learn that sign language, lady, because that could very well be the making of you. I'm really pleased for you. Oh, you sent me off on one then. So listen, Colleen, your dad, I need to... Hi, Kerry, darling. I need to hold your hand and I need to squeeze it and squeeze it and squeeze it. Now, I don't think I'm squeezing very hard because I don't think I've got the energy. They were huge boxes. I loved them. Mum used to keep them and put letters in and everything. I need to squeeze it and squeeze it, but it's a gentle squeeze. And it's him saying, I know you were there. Now, I don't know if this guy kind of slipped into some kind of sleep before he was supposed to go. I'm saying it asleep. I don't know whether he was heavily drugged, but I can't open my eyes anymore. I haven't gone yet, but I can't open my eyes. And it's important for me to say that. So this, I held his hand a lot towards the end. He said, oh, perfect. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. So he's doing it now for you, squeezing. Hi, Molly. I am your waxing goddess. I wax as well. So it's important that I send that to you. And no, again, he's always there. Do you see him walk past the window? Because he's making me feel like you see like a shadow go past the window and you quickly look. But he's making me feel that he's there. And this is what you're feeling. If you can let me know about that, I'd be thrilled. I also want to say for you the month of April. I don't know why that's attached to you, but April is important. So it could be a name, births, deaths, marriages, anniversaries. But April seems important for you, Colleen. If you could let me know about that. Now, I'm sure... I'm just going to have a look into my messages. I knew I'd got one more. Let me have a squinter winter. Oh, look at that lady. Jenny Butler. I'm sure I know Jenny Butler. Or is it a television name? Jenny Butler. But nonetheless. Let me have a look. Jenny, did I read for you the other day? Because that lady looks familiar, unless I just didn't get a chance to read for you. Okay, Colleen, ask your mum. She might be able to pin April for you as to what it meant. Could be when he got his diagnosis, you know, something like that. Although it wouldn't if it was 6 months. Oh, I don't know. But just try and find out. It might be when you start your sign language course next year. You just don't know. But just know, if you can tell me about the window, the shadow past the window, I'll be pleased with that. And hi, Jenny. And just know that he's still there. That's important to say. He's still there. Jen, did I read for you last week? Because this lady in the blue top looks really familiar to me. And I can't remember... Oh, so the one underneath is a different lady. And is this related to the lady in the blue top? Is this a grandmother figure you've got me here? Or a woman that comes over as a grandmother figure? I tell you what, with this woman, I don't know if I want to peel potatoes. Can you tell me? Can you tell me who she is, Jenny? Hi, yes, different lady. The lady holding the baby. Hi, Kaylee. The lady holding the baby, Jen. As I said, the first thing she makes me want to do is peel potatoes. And I don't know what the connection is with that. Whether she used to cook for a large family or something. I almost feel like, you know, I could be a cook for somebody else out of the house, if you like. But potatoes... No, oh, you just said no. Not your grandmother or not the potatoes. This lady is your nan. Right, do you understand the potatoes? The peeling of potatoes that she's bringing to me? She didn't pick them, did she? She didn't go picking potatoes or... Holding my eldest, okay. Did she go picking potatoes or grow her own potatoes? Because if she says potato to me one more time, it's a relevant thing. Potato, 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 potato. Do you understand potato, Jenny? Then I can whiz on. She showed me an iron as well. She's not ironing the potatoes. Hang on. I'll think about the window. Thank you so much, Helena. Oh, you peel the potatoes. Oh my God, I must still be with you. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the potatoes are for Colleen. Hang on then. I need your dad to let me go a minute then. Right, so I'm back with Jenny. This is your nan. She was always cooking. Now, did she cook for other people? Because she's making me feel that it isn't just like the odd dinner here. I almost feel like I'm bloody catering, to be fair with you. There's just so much, so many dinners in front of me. And I can only put that down to either cooking for other people, or this woman has like a repertoire of food, like she should be a telly chef or something. That's the only way I can feel that. I also need to go to my knees, because this lady's knees, there's something wrong with them. They're either they are very sore, but they're either locked or they don't bend or something, because she's bringing me in later life this horrible pain actually in her knees, and that's also quite relevant. If you can pick up, excuse me burping, if you can pick up on that for me and let me know. And also with this lady Jenny, she's showing me, I almost feel like I'm cleaning in a church. Now this is a very weird feeling that she's bringing me about cleaning in a church. I'm definitely in a church. I can smell the mustiness. If you understand that, no worries, Colleen. If you can understand that, I can smell this mustiness. I don't think I'm in a funeral parlour. I'm in like the back end of a church. I think you'd call it a vestibule. And she's bringing me this feeling. Do you understand any of this, Jenny? I'm just waiting for Jenny to give me a... Hi, Claire. I'm just waiting for Jenny to give me a yay or nay on that vestibule church feeling. I can't recall about her knees. What about the church? The cleaning and the church. Because this lady's quite staccato with me. You know, she's jumping around a little bit from here to there, from kitchen, food, knees and church. I don't know if I'm supposed to be putting them all together. Do you understand that, Jenny? Well, this musty smell. It is a musty smell. Unless that's a smell that you used to smell in her house. Okay. Right, listen, because I can't, because I'm not giving you information that you can latch on to, I need you to ask somebody about this information if you can. Because if I just keep going on now with information that you can't confirm, it sort of leaves me in limbo. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, God, I think I'm still with... Hang on a minute, Jen. Colleen, I know someone who makes sandwiches, has bad knees, and cleans a church. Oh, okay. Do you know what? Then I'm clearly, crazily. No wonder, Jenny, I'm getting it wrong. I'm still talking with Colleen here. So Colleen, did your dad know this person who makes the sandwiches, has bad knees, and cleans the church? That is hilarious. That is hilarious that you could take all of that information. There's got to be a reason that this information's been brought to me. So I hope this woman's okay. Or do you have a close relationship with her? You know, comes in as like a bit of a nanny figure, mother figure, or just a best friend or something that your dad's bringing in. That's hilarious. I'm going to laugh about this all day. I know I shouldn't, but I will. What I'm going to say, Jen, is can I... she was very good to your dad. That's why. Okay. What I'm going to say is, Jenny, is I'm going to leave your photograph, if you don't mind, and I will either come back to you on here or I will come back to you privately, because I need conversation with you to read for this lady. So that's the way I'm going to do it with you, if you don't mind, and then I can move on. But I won't forget, so don't think that I'll forget you. I won't, but I could do with videoing you to have this conversation with this person, if that's okay. Now, I'm gonna do my last one now. I don't know how long I've been on. Can somebody tell me? I never know because it always just seems to fly. I think I'm coming up for an hour. Now, I think I am with Shannon Louise Maher. Shannon Louise Maher. Are you still with me? Because the guy I'm looking at is hilarious. 54 minutes. God, this woman can talk, can't she? Good. Thank you, Jenny. I will come back to you. Right. Shannon Louise Maher for this gentleman who is hilarious. Because if ever there was a man that looked one way but actually was another, it's this guy here. The thing is, Shannon, he looks like a scary Mary. And he could scare the bejesus out of anybody with a look, but that's not actually how this man is. Underneath that very hard exterior, I'm going to say it is a hard one, he's quite a softie. Yay, hi Shannon. He's quite a softie, darling, inside there. But not many people really gathered that. This is a guy, I feel like he knows ever such a lot of people, but he only likes a handful as friends or close or close acquaintances, if you can understand that. Now, did he smoke and give up smoking? Because I'm getting a passing taste of smoke and then he's taking it away. Passing taste, taking it away. Which seems to me that he smoked and he gave up. I don't think he started smoking late in life. I feel like he gave up. And I think he gave up for a reason. Do you understand that? He used to joke about himself a lot. He's very self-deprecating, I think, the sentence is. Very sharp sense of humour indeed. And do you know what as well? I've got to say it, with his sharp sense of humour, he was brilliant at situation comedy. By that I mean he could see something happening in front of him come straight out of his mouth, and the expression is to take the piss, and he never minded doing it. He would just woof straight out and roar with laughter. That's the best part, that he would say it and laugh his head off. Now listen, he's going on about takeaway food here. Now, when I get that, bearing in mind I don't know whether it's because he loves it or he bloody hates it, and he did give up smoking, thank you. This takeaway food, I don't know whether it's because he loves it or he hates it, but he's chuntering, if you understand the term chuntering. He's going on and on. It'd be like, you do, are you the takeaway food? He'd be like, I don't know what you're paying that money for, paying all that money out for food like that when you could just cook it at home. I don't know what you're eating that rubbish for. You could just make that at home. Really? And it's hilarious. I can kind of hear it in my mind's eye. It's hilarious the way he's going on and on about this takeaway food. Do you understand all of that? And I'll tell you something else as well. My ankles, this man, my ankles, I'm sure it's his, not yours, my ankles. And I feel like I've been kicked on the outer edge of my ankle. It's bloody sharp, seriously. I don't know if he's got weak ankles, whether he broke his ankle or something, but man, the pain on the outer edge of my ankle is phenomenal. Do you understand all of that, Shannon? Let me have another swig, and I hope you don't say something that makes me spit. Perfect. And that's how he would be, wouldn't it? Don't know what you're wasting your money buying that for. You could just go in the kitchen and you could buy week's worth of food for what you're paying for that. That's how he's coming over with this. Now listen, you need to answer me quick. What is September, Shannon, with this guy? September. You, him, births, deaths, marriages, anniversaries, relevant dates, September. He's bringing me. And he's pointing it. Actually, he's pointing September with flowers. That could be a birthday. Do you understand September, darling? I don't know. There was a bloody time delay on live feed. Why is it called live feed? If there's like this mini time delay between me speaking and somebody typing. He had very swollen ankles and legs just before he passed. Aha, okay then. And can you tell me what September means, darling? September, he's bringing me with flowers. Didn't miss anything yet, Jan, except for fantastic readings from the stone. That'll be me. September and flowers, darling. Ah, okay, that's lovely. Well, he's bringing that in. I'm so glad he remembered that. It's probably is an indicator for you to remember as well. Do you know what I mean? Now, did this guy do any building? Like, I want to build. I'm not sure that it's his job, but I can certainly do it. And it's like, you know, I can turn my hand to anything kind of thing. He's a nightmare watching somebody do a job. He's a nightmare because he'll be literally, he's that comedy guy. Don't do it like this, do it like that. Don't say it like this, say it like that. That's how he's making me feel. It's hilarious. Don't put that brick there. Put it somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? I think we all do that a bit. Darling, India. I'm in India now. I am a truly international. We got India. We go Sri Lanka. Helena's loving this. Rasa, if you send a photograph of your passed over loved one to my psychic clairvoyant messenger, I will, oh thank you Jan, I will read for you because I'm going to do this again because I'm crazy. I'm going to do this again next Saturday at 1:30. So you all, anybody that I haven't read for today, you need to send me a photograph that I can see the person's face to my Psychic Clairvoyant page. Please like my page. And next Saturday at 1:30, I'll set up another event and I'll do this all again. Now, where's that girl gone that I was talking to, darling? Shannon. He loved to do it in work in his gardens. Perfect. So now, the one thing I want to do, because I'm going to start winding this up now. The girl's getting hungry. I need to feed my spirits. The one thing I need to say to you, Shannon, is cheese. And a lot of it, please. Now, I don't know if you're the cheese person or if he's the cheese person, but it almost feels like cheese with anything will do. Beer included, beer and cheese and onion, crackers, bread, cheese on toast, cheese. I just can't get enough cheese. If you can understand that and let me know that you know that. God bless you too, Rasa. Thank you, darling. Don't forget to send your photograph. So if you can let me know with the cheese. I want some cheese now. I went to the meat man. Does everybody, if you're all in Kings Winford here, I mean, I know Rasa is in India, so she won't be able to go. But at the Himley Arms car park, the meat man, Canty Meats, and he does a giant block of cheese, and I go and buy one every fortnight. So I love my cheese. So Shannon, if you just let me know about the cheese. I'm starting to rock now. Look, I'm getting in the zone. So what I'm going to say while I'm waiting for Shannon to confirm about the cheese is, ladies and gentlemen, those I haven't read for today. Good. Ding. Loves the cheese. I love ending on a good note. I always end on a good note, really. Did you see that film when they said, should we end on a high note? So, next Saturday, darling, Saturday the 30th of May, time is just flying, at 1:30, I'm going to put it in my diary now. Those I haven't read today, you now have the opportunity, go on to Psychic Clairvoyant, message me with your photographs of your passed over loved ones so that I've got them lined up for next Saturday. You've got all week to do it. Like my page. If you want to share my page to your friends, don't let me stop you because that would be very kind of you. And I'm going to wind it up so I can go and get some lunch. So really, just thank you all for taking the time to sit with me today. I'm very happy with the people that I've read. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's always nice for me to make somebody happy. Anybody I've missed, send me a photograph. And as I always say, before I go. And before I say that, thank you for the people from other countries tuning in. Steve Carter, Lucky and Raza. I love the international flavour. So before I go, I just want to say, as I always do, please be kind to each other. It costs nothing to be kind. Thank you, Susan. That's so kind of you. I'm going to love and leave you people. Have a gorgeous Saturday and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye for now.